Hey everybody, welcome to another Goblin Beat. I keep calling it a podcast, so I guess it's like a video cast, YouTube cast thing. Um, anyway, tonight we are playing our Manticore campaign, uh, which is our Cthulhu-based campaign, where we've had one episode on air before. We've had others in this setting, but not this particular campaign. And then we've had another one that we did live in person, which we did not record. So sorry about that. And this adventure is actually going to be picking up from that adventure. So after the intros, Danny will be recapping where that ends up. So join us tonight. We have John playing Dr. Lindsay. It's not a girl's name. Holt.
That's right.
And then also joining us tonight is Brandon playing Agent Kevin, no relation to Bruce Spiner.
Woo!
So, no, he's not Data or Data or anything in between. Also joining us tonight, running the show, is going to be Danny. No Agent Rich Plotter, no special ops guy, as far as I know. They're still on the bench.
Right. That's right.
I'm Captain Myron Allen. I forgot about that. I'm a doctor.
Do what?
So I forgot I'm Commander Myron Allen. I'm a doctor.
Yeah. Did we decide if it was Dr. Commander or Commander Doctor?
I don't think we ever did decide that.
Well, I thought we had decided on the order of precedence. Okay.
If we did, I forgot it.
So I think the first adventure we did on this, we did on air, and that was the to the shack. It was just Spiner and Myron. Went up to the shack, found the old agent's wife.
Oh yeah, this is
up there hitting an old septic tank.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I forgot. This is number 4.
Yeah. The second adventure we did was Future Perfect Part 1. And then we did Observer Effect. We did that one on air. And this is Future Perfect 2. So since we didn't do Future Perfect 1 on air, we'll do a quick overview and recap. Also, because it's been like almost a year for all of us since we played that one.
Yeah.
The three of you were called to a mission in Hellbend, California, which is in Death Valley. There was a suspicious death, I believe, death that had drawn you there, is what happened. Come to find out, it was a dinosaur that had escaped from a time anomaly underneath a derelict electrodynamics plant. You guys managed to kill the dinosaur and not while you disabled the time anomaly gate thing.
Yet another very survivable circumstance.
That's right. Yeah. As pretty much all of yours have been so far, you just barely didn't die or destroy the world, which is a huge success. That's a huge success in Delta Green Eyes. That's good. The program appreciates you and your waning sanity. You found out about the guy who started that plant. It was he started a company called Hunt Electrodynamics. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. It was created by a man named Arthur Hunt. He was described as a self-taught genius from Ohio. He formed the company in 1926 in Ohio, and then later built the town of Hellbend for his electrodynamics. Hellbend, yeah. He basically built it for his electrodynamics plant.
And do we know why it blew up the city?
Well, it didn't blow up the city, but it imploded, is what you. And he figured it was because of the gate thing that had been built underneath the plant.
Gotcha.
Let's see, what all you guys recovered some recordings where someone had interviewed basically his right-hand man before he died, and you listened to all of those. Let's see. Yeah, you found them at the victim number one's house, I think is where you found them. You also found like some, I don't know if you remember, you found like a giant dragonfly in a jar, like in some guy's backyard. He'd like dug a hole and hidden it in there. Other stuff. You found those cubes. Remember, you found those radioactive cubes you guys had to deal with, and that's what you used to stop the. And the cubes had letters in them, and I believe Dr. Holt discovered that the language on the cubes was AKLO, AKLO. You guys remember that?
Yep.
No.
I remember.
I think that you actually have some percentage in AKLO now, right? Because you studied it.
I think so. Let me look here. Yep, I have 10%.
Okay. So you're one of the world's foremost experts on AKLO at this point. 10%.
Take much, apparently.
Let me see if I can find the text from those tapes. Actually, that might be on the board, the game board now, because we have play on here. That's right. I'll just print it off somewhere. Whoever needs it. Here we go. I'll just read you guys the important parts. So Montgomery Green was the person who was interviewed by Clifford Potter. Montgomery Green was like the right-hand man for Hunt. Died. He said that Hunt was going to told him he was going to change the face of the earth, was working on the planet to do so. He stayed in what he called a bathysphere, hermetically sealed. He liked the temperature to be between 110 and 120 degrees. This Hunt guy did. He did all the blueprints by hand. He put strange symbols on there, which you guys assume was probably AKLO. Let's see. He was really freaked out by blood, I think you guys figured out from these tapes. He only ate vegetables. Let me see what else. He wore some goggles all the time whenever he go outside with like blackout glass in them, so they were like super dark sunglasses. Oh yeah, he said one time he cut his finger, and it barely bled at all, but the Hunt wouldn't eat any of the food they prepared because he could smell it. That's what he thought. Okay. Any other questions about that mission, or any questions about that mission?
I don't think so.
No, I remember that guy's weirdness now.
Okay. What we'll do is, if you have any questions about what happened there that your character probably would remember, we can do a roll for it. Intelligence roll or something. From here on out. So I guess the first thing we should do is at home, right?
Sure.
Since you guys. Excuse me. Who would like to go first?
I want to try to gain some sanity back. It never works, but I guess I could try. I actually lost sanity last time when I tried to gain sanity back from a psychiatrist.
Yep. So the ways you can do that are by going back to the woods or to the beach or whatever, or you can go to therapy, or you can work on personal motivations.
Well,
those are pretty much the only three ways.
I think last time I tried going to a Buddhist temple to meditate. That did not work that well.
Yeah.
The time before that, I tried going to therapy. That didn't work either. So maybe being around people to gain my sanity back is not good. So maybe I should just go to a cabin in the woods somewhere and try to relax and meditate and write in my journals and stuff. Go for long walks in the woods.
Okay. You find some time to do that. You pick a bond that you have to reduce by 1 point as you ignore some of your personal obligations to take care of yourself. Find some peace.
I guess I'll reduce the bond with my co-worker, Nurse Ratchet, by a point.
Okay. What's your bond with her now, or him?
A 10.
Okay, so it's not too bad. So what happens there? What happens to cause your bond with Nurse Ratchet to be frayed?
I stopped answering my texts. It's just texting me about a case, and I just turned my phone off for the duration. Didn't answer them, so she
totally. Okay. All right. Yeah, she's not going to put up with that forever. She'll find some other fancy doc to work with from the CDC or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what you do? So where are you going to go? You're going out into the middle of the woods, you said?
Yeah, to a cabin in the woods of, I don't know,
Vermont. So it's always Vermont.
Why not? Somewhere in New England.
Yep. All right. So make a sand check while you're out there.
Well, it looks like I failed.
You rolled a 95.
You gotta get underneath your sanity to increase it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So you stay out there. You actually, you feel better. You get some time. But when it's all said and done, you really don't feel any different. Right? You 2 weeks out there with Nurse Ratchet.
Never works out. I'm never going to get insanity back. That's what I've determined.
you feel like at the end of it, like you're feeling a little bit better, and then your phone comes on, and all those messages, angry messages, come back, and you feel all that zen and peace just wash away, totally gone. That you felt like you had gained.
Oh well.
And as you're standing there, being pissed about that, you get a text message from Spiner. That your stomach just sinks. All right. Let's do Dr. Holt next.
Okay. So I make a pretense that I'm going to go visit my sisters, Lydia and Lucille. But rather than actually spending time with them, I spend time researching ACLO.
All right. So I'm sorry, it was cutting in and out for me there.
Oh, okay.
So
I
said do what?
I make a trip under the pretense of visiting my sisters, but I pretty much ignore them and spend the time trying to do research on ACLO.
Okay, so you're gonna try to improve that skill?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're going to reduce your bond with your sisters by 1?
Yeah.
All right. As they're highly miffed that you ignore them and miss a couple of extremely fancy dinner dates with their friends. They wanted to show you off, and they were very upset with you because you were in the library and locked yourself in.
All right.
Roll your skill check for ACLO. All right, you have a 10 and you rolled a 27, so you failed. So your skill increases by 1d10. So roll a d10 and add that to it.
Okay. Boom.
Whoa. Okay. Now, by the time you finish your week there with your sisters, you feel like you actually know the language fairly well, much better than you expected. I feel like I should make you gain some unnatural as well from that.
And lose sanity as a result.
You shut your mouth.
What's your unnatural skill at right now?
It's at 5.
Wow, dude, I got more.
So increase it by 1 point. Increase it by 1 point and decrease your sanity by 1 point.
All right. All right.
Just from reading language, you learn things that you probably shouldn't have.
All right.
So I'm trying to find how skills work. With a 20, like that's a pretty high in a dead language anyway. You feel like there's probably less than 10 people on the planet that know this language as good as you at this point.
Nice.
Okay. And as you're finishing your studying, like, go in here and spend some time with my sisters. They're all PO'd at me. You get a text message from Spiner.
Oh, it's a shame, sisters. I'm going to have to cut my visit short.
And they're angry. They've got your favorite crudité out on the table. They were finally expecting you to be there, and you cut out like a chump.
Like a chump.
That's right. All right. So what's Kevin Spiner doing during his downtime?
Let's see. My choices were I use a bond, Danny.
So are you wanting to try to increase sanity? Is that what you're saying?
I would like to.
Okay, your best bet really for increasing sanity is therapy. Your therapist has been working for you for a while now, doing a pretty good job.
Okay.
And because you're going to a therapist recommended by the program, she has the general idea what's going on, so you don't have to lie to her,
Yeah, which is kind of necessary for therapy to work. So, okay. So what do I do? Do I roll my sanity or?
Doesn't work quite.
So, sanity?
So what are you going to talk to her about?
Mainly just talking to her about the events of some of the most recent missions and the toll it's taken on me. I'm trying to figure out how to kind of wrap my mind around that, while also not let it affect my daughter. So.
Okay. So you tell her about some of the crazy shit that went down during Observer Effect, with people disappearing and things restarting and remembering things that haven't happened yet.
She probably has lost sanity over hearing the stories.
Yeah. You need to roll. Okay, so just roll a D100. And this is going to be for her therapy skill. Or I can roll it if you don't roll it.
I'm actually, why don't you roll it, because I'm trying to see how I'm allowed. Oh, wait a minute. Now I remember how I got to do it. I tried to use a drop down. Okay. There you go. 68. I guess she wasn't very effective. Okay. Unless she has a high therapy score. She should, actually, if she's a full-time therapist.
She does have an extremely high therapy score. She barely succeeds. Okay, that's not critical anyway. So you gain back. You spend some time talking to her. She looks kind of freaked out. She might have lost a point of sanity or two, but you gain 1d6 over the course of probably a couple weeks worth of sessions, maybe.
A d6.
Yeah, 1d6.
4. I'll take it.
4. And you, let me see. Right, so you also need to reduce one of your bonds by 1 point as you spend, all that time with a therapist instead of hanging out with whoever that would be.
Okay.
What bonds do you have left, by the way?
I have 3 bonds. I have the daughter, the sister, and the fellow survivors of a shared trauma group.
Oh, yeah. The ones you constantly ignore.
Bond with the daughter by taking some from the sister and some from the group. So I got 10 with the daughter, 8 with the sister, and 7 with the group.
Okay. So which one are you going to reduce this time?
The group. Well, the group I already brought down to 7.
Oh, just now. Okay. All right. I think the only person who does anything besides go into therapy or trying to get back sanity has been Dr. Holt, because he hasn't really lost much so far.
Yeah, he's cocky enough. He doesn't need it.
That's fair. Okay, so you've just finished hanging out with your daughter. What are you and your daughter doing to hang out, Spiner?
Taking her to the jump park.
Yeah. So you guys are doing sweet jump. And you get a message that you can tell it's from somebody in the program, right? Just based on the number and the codes that are used. It simply says my computer runs really slow. That's what it says. Almost there. It says, time to head to Chester, Ohio. Exclamation point.
I get a message saying the time to go to Chester, Ohio.
Yep. Time to look into Chester, Ohio.
So is this the official line for missions? Or I just don't know.
Right. Yeah. You don't recognize the number, but you do recognize the identification signal they give you and all
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, I get messages to the rest of the crew.
Okay. What you don't get is like normal for some of your other missions, like Observer Effect. You also got a message with your official cover and how to square it away at work. This time you did not get that. You just got this one message.
Was this a message that I was able to respond to in the past, or is it something I just have to take it and
It's just,
I can hear you,
it's like
Danny.
an encrypted response to it. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to get back in touch with my office to get more detail.
Or I mean, you can respond to the text message. It's encrypted. It's an encrypted client, so you can respond directly.
Basically, I just send back the question, additional details.
Okay, you get a message back that says Arthur Hunt, or it says hometown of Arthur Hunt.
All right.
You recognize that as the person that started that Hunt Electrodynamics company.
Okay. I'm going to first get in touch with my sister to arrange for someone for my daughter to stay with and to meet me over at the jump park to pick her up. And then I'm going to get in touch with my home office and find out if anything else has been sent over there or if they got any more details for me.
All right. Yeah. So remember, you kind of are the senior agent in that office. It's a small office, and
Say that again, Danny?
yeah, it's a small office, and I can't remember what town you're in. I can't ever remember what town it is, but it's like you're on like the 6th floor of some high rise of a small FBI satellite office there.
Okay. So right now, do I still have a handler of any type, or
typically it's on a permission basis. You have some who briefs you.
What's
happened so far? So far,
yeah,
it's been like every time you got. Yeah, there's been one person.
Okay, but they're not suggesting I have you by this time.
Right.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I go ahead and send messages to Holt and the good doctor and let them know that we have something pending and they will get additional information regarding travel arrangements here shortly.
Okay. All right. So that's the message both of you guys get from him.
Holt's excited. He's got a bag ready to go.
Not so excited, but I do have a bag ready to go.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure my home office goes ahead and gets the travel arrangements made for all of us and get the tickets ready.
Okay. Well, so you have to figure out how you're going to do that because there's no official cover. You don't have any official cover for doing this. So if you do it, if you have the FBI make the arrangements for you, you're going to have to justify it in some form or fashion.
I heard Osama bin Laden was hiding out in Ohio.
Okay, so I don't actually have a command structure that already knows what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah. The program is basically set it up so that you're semi-autonomous out here, but if you start like doing unauthorized expenditures for plane tickets and travel arrangements and all that stuff for people, it's going to raise red flags, you know.
Let's see then. Creative mind is broken. Say that basically give a BS thing regarding training expenditures. Because I'm pretty sure they required a yearly amount of training. And say that it's a training for I don't know.
Okay, that will be a bureaucracy role to do that.
What's that?
That's going to be a bureaucracy role to try and do that.
No.
So you get back to your office and you start trying to set that up, and like you can't get the system to even begin to take it. It's just like rejects everything you try to do. You can't even get it to authorize a bus ticket. You get an email. You get an email from a lady in Northern Virginia that's asking you what exactly it is you're trying to do.
I'm trying to remember what I can actually talk about, since no one else knows about it.
Yeah, basically that email is just like a warning email, right?
Yeah. Just respond back. I thought I was working through a tutorial in the program. I didn't know I was actually making real things. So apologize for the mistake. Won't happen again.
Okay. Yeah. That goes over fine.
Let's see. I guess I don't know. Maybe I guess get back with the text message and let them know that the hit a block with bureau arrangements and transportation. Need assistance in making arrangements.
All right, you get a response back about 10 minutes later. Off books mission. Make arrangements.
Books mission. Okay. Well then, I will notify the group that we need to. It looks like in this circumstance that it was incorrect. That this is we'll have to do our own individual travel for this, and then I'll be able to explain more when we arrive.
All right.
And I'm going to take a leave, I suppose.
You're going to take what?
Well, I mean, my character doesn't. What's that?
I missed what you said. It broke up on me. That's all.
I'll just inform Holt and Allen that there was the parameters of this one is a bit different, and it looks like we're going to have to do our own individual to get there. Right. And I'll be able to notify them more once we arrive together.
Okay.
For sure, everyone can take it.
Yeah. What? So I can't remember where you're located. August, do you remember?
I'm in Virginia.
It's not acceptable.
Okay. All right, so you're all in Virginia area somewhere.
Yeah, right. I'm in DC. So.
Okay, so you're going to Ohio. You guys can decide if you want to fly, or if you're going to fly, you're going to fly into the Cincinnati airport. Otherwise, you can drive or whatever.
I just text him back to book me a flight at the same airport as him and give me the details.
He told you had to make your own arrangements.
I'm texting him back and telling me that my arrangements will be the arrangements that he makes for me.
I'll send you a link to the ticket set up and not yet paid.
All right, that's fine. I can do that. So he and I are riding on a plane together.
Okay. What about Holt?
Holt just calls his assistants and lets him know that he'll be extending his research trip, and then he takes his 1939 Duesenberg SJ Phaeton and drives to Chester, Ohio.
All right. All right. I don't want to do the Google Maps to see how long it takes to get from Northampton to Chester, Ohio. But
I'm in DC.
Like the driving goggles and the scarf flailing behind them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm rolling in.
Yeah, I Googled it.
How are you showing this, John?
Yeah, I texted or I put it in the chat window.
all right.
Nothing flashy.
Okay.
What? Oh my gosh! Didn't Hitler ride in one of those?
What, Hitler? He must have had good taste. I mean, it is German engineering.
Flare into it.
So, Danny, do I know much about where I'm getting the messages from, or the command source?
No, you know the program is fairly decentralized.
Okay.
Actually, I guess this doesn't take that long. Maybe 8-hour drive or something.
What's that?
I was just seeing how long it was going to take him to drive from DC to Chester, Ohio.
Where's he at?
He's in DC.
Oh, to Ohio? That's like at least 10 hours.
No way.
I had to keep,
It says 5 hours.
Really?
5 hours, 42. Yeah.
Wow.
Southern part of Ohio, apparently.
for the record, I prefer the Duesenberg Coupe.
Well, I mean, it's an old family car that's been maintained. I didn't buy it.
Because this thing looks like something like
Nazis?
straight out of a comic book.
Well,
I imagine the ride is not very smooth in this car, John.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's back when driving. It's back when driving was an adventure.
Yeah.
You have
No
to
power
Commercial.
Yeah, you have to make a heavy machinery roll. Make a heavy machinery roll for me.
What?
Got any power?
No power steering.
Heavy machinery? That's not my driving?
Not for that car, it's not. An 82. Yeah. You don't get any wrecks, but you don't get any style points driving there, that's for sure. It takes you the full 6 hours.
Look.
To get there.
Rolled a 7 on my driving.
You only got 20% drive. Or
This
20 drive.
This thing's not a Bobcat.
Since you're driving, you don't do much else but drive and try and keep the car going the whole time and spend a lot of money on gas. You other two guys, are you going to drive since it's only 6 hours, or we're going to take a plane? What are you going to do?
I'm riding with him in his plane, remember?
Yeah, we're flying.
I'm flying with him.
It's not his plane, is it? I thought it was just a.
Yeah, no. Well, the commercial airplane in which he is also riding.
All right. So you guys fly to Cincinnati isn't the closest there. There's something else that was closer. But anyway, are you flying to the airport? You gonna rent a car? I'm guessing Uber.
Yeah, I should have plenty of stuff built up from work travel I can use, miles and all that.
All right. You guys rent a car. What are you going to do about weapons since you're flying?
Oh, that's right. Since we're flying,
Well, you're an FBI agent. You should be able to check one.
I mean, I can check
you
in
can
my.
check your.
Yeah, I'm a commander. I can check mine for sure.
Yeah, you can both keep your sidearms. That's fine. Okay.
Can I take the tactical shotgun and all that in my carry-on?
Yeah, no.
No.
You're going to have trouble getting anything other than the sidearm onto the plane.
We may go to a
John
gun store while we're here.
Can I take
John?
Can I take my grandpa's old over/under shotgun?
Yeah.
You take whatever. Whatever you
That sounds so fitting. If he comes out with an elephant gun, I'm going to like his character a lot more. With a trombone-like end that's flared out.
No,
right.
that's like 1600s right there.
Still classy.
All right, you, John, you actually get to the Chester area much sooner, much faster than the other guys because driving is fast. They get delayed at the airport. It takes them forever to get their rental car. Then they have to drive down. All that mess. You just drive straight across. You left in the afternoon. Wasn't a lot of traffic, but you don't have any time to do any kind of Googling or looking things up about Chester, Ohio on the way. So you want to stop nearby and just like rent a motel room or hotel room or something?
Yeah.
Sure.
Since you get there so much sooner.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll make arrangements for us.
All right. So when you start looking around, by looking around, I guess you ask them to find you a place near Chester.
What was that? You broke
Does
up
that sound-
there.
I said by looking around for a place, I assume that you call one of your assistants and ask them to look around for a place.
Oh no, I'm just gonna see if I can find a likely place on the road.
Okay.
Is there four seasons on this?
Say like,
I don't
On the
necessarily
main
want
highway
them to know
about-
where I am.
sure. All right. So on the main highway, about 5 miles outside of Chester, you find a halfway decent hotel to stay at, or motel, whichever one you'd rather.
Well, obviously a hotel. I'm not carrying my own bags.
Okay. All right. You found like a Holiday Inn or something that's about as nice as it gets. Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about Holiday Inn or Holiday Inn Express. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Could make a huge difference in the success of our mission here.
All right. So you get there, and I'll say you have about an hour before they get there. Do you want to do anything in the interim?
I guess
bet
I could. Well, I guess I could use my laptop and kind of try to get an overview of the history of Chester.
Okay. All right. So what let you find out just in this short amount of time. Could you make some sort of roll for me here? History, I guess. Make a history. Well, what's your history at?
60.
All right, yeah. Don't need, so you made it. That's fine. Okay. So Chester is on the Shade River. It's a small community in Meigs County. It was originally the county seat of Meigs County from 1821 until 1841. You see, it was the birthplace of Arthur Hunt and Hunt Electrodynamics. And you see several mentions of the Ohio River Killer in connection with Chester. Okay. But you don't have much time to dig into. You don't have much time to dig into what you do. The history of 60. You vaguely remember it was some sort of cannibalistic killings that happened like in the last 7 or 8 years in Ohio, but you don't remember a lot of details about it. All right. You other two guys, since you spent a lot of time waiting in an airport, waiting on a plane, and waiting to get a rental car, you have plenty of time to look stuff up on your phones or wherever else if you'd like to do that.
Now, remind me, Arthur Hunt, this is, we didn't have any direct dealings with Arthur Hunt.
No, so Arthur Hunt's been dead for since the 1950s. Yeah, so he's been dead. He's been dead a long time. You guys just read information about him, basically, and you had those cassette recordings that were interviews with people who used to know him.
Okay. And what did we learn from the cassette interviews?
That was the stuff where he was a really weird guy. When he went outside, he wore those blackout goggles. He only ate vegetables. He liked his office area to be like over 100 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, he used that ACLO language a lot when he was writing blueprints. He was a genius. Like he invented a lot of transistors and stuff that were used throughout World War II. Yeah, and the company's still going on today.
Okay. Basically, seeing like what in the area involves him. Is there was this? We were here for that one. This is the same place we were at for the dinosaur one, right? Same location?
No,
that was in Hell Bend, California.
Okay.
This is his hometown.
So this is his hometown. Is there still an estate?
All right. What is your what makes sense for that?
Search. Let's see.
It's just general research. Just give me an intelligence check. That's fine.
Let's see how this game is going to go.
Well, 85
It
or
was
75.
Does that mean my time?
It does not mean that. So you have a lot of trouble finding a lot of information out about him, mainly because there's not a lot of information about this town.
Yeah.
You can see that there was a Hunt Electrodynamics plant there at one time. You can't tell if it still exists, but you think it must be closed down at this time, or we're being used by somebody else.
Okay.
You see something about a museum dedicated to him in the town. That's about all you get.
Okay. Museums is a good place to start, or at least find more information about them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Dr. Commander Allen, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I guess I don't have any access to coroner records or anything like that on my phone.
You do not, no.
So, so just basic web searching kind of stuff.
Okay. On what topic?
I mean, is that what I have access to pretty much? Is just basic web searching?
Pretty much, yeah.
I guess I want to try. Do I know what year this guy was born? Can I suss that out pretty fast?
Hunt. Yeah. You can. I want to say it was the early 1800s. Let me see if I can find it here.
Was that long ago?
1800s? I thought you said he died in 1950.
Oh, my bad. He did. Let me see. Okay. Yep. 1906. He was born in 1906.
I guess I'm gonna and do I have any idea of how long he remained in his hometown? Just quickly searching.
Yes. Give me, I guess, an intelligence check. I know there's another skill that can be used for this stuff, but
let me look.
Can't for the life. Figure out what it is. History maybe would be good. History would be a great one, actually, when we do that. What's your history at?
Let's see. That's only like a 10. I guess search works. I guess that's actually for like physical searching.
Yeah. You can just make an intelligence check. It's fine with me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else might apply. Not really seeing anything. All right.
Well, you succeeded. You got that impossible. 4. So you're trying to find out information about him and like his lifespan?
Yeah, I just kind of want to find out about how long he stayed in this town that we're going to.
Okay, so you find
it's going to be to research maybe odd events that happened during the time that he was in that town.
Okay, so you managed to find someone did like a small blurb on him in a newspaper at some point. You see that he was born in 1906 in Chester. It mentions that he was basically a ne'er-do-well in his early life. He was arrested in the early 1920s. And then in 1930, he patented his first invention, which was the Hunt Mark I resistor, and started his company. Says he was basically a self-made genius. He just read books in the library and taught himself how to do everything. In 1940, he moved to Hellbend, California.
So he stayed in Ohio for 34 years.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll try to research. Maybe you said he was a ne'er-do-well until he was like in his 20s.
So he was
20 years
until
old.
He was around 17 or 18 years old. He he started teaching himself in the library.
All right, so I guess I'll look at stuff from about.
He patented his first invention in 1924. I mean, when he was 24. Sorry.
24, so that would have been 1930. So yeah. I'll try to look at weird events in that town from about 19. You said, when did he move? 1940?
In 1940.
All right. So I guess I'll look for weird events from about 1920 to 1940 in that 20-year range in this Ohio town.
All right. Who's going to drive? I guess if Spiner's going to drive down, you can make one more roll for that while you guys are driving down.
Failed on normal.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. You aren't going to get any information. Not too fast through my PDF here. My computer froze up. All right. You see. Get back to my timeline here. You found something about something called the Chester Mounds. You're looking up stuff.
Chester Mounds, huh?
Yeah.
Strip club.
Soon. Man, like thumbing through a PDF computer is painful.
It's ridiculous how much system resources are required for Adobe.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the Chester Mounds are it's a series of interlocking earthworks totaling nearly 200 meters in length. They're supposedly built by the Adena culture of Native Americans, Adena. Adena. From the air, it looks like three snakes pointing inward, tongue to tongue, making like a strange Triskelion symbol.
So it's Hydra, and we need to contact Captain America.
Right. Yeah.
I hope you guys.
What was that, Brad?
I said I sure hope you have Steve's number. Steve Rogers.
Yeah, I got on speed dial.
All right. So apparently, supposedly strange things have happened there over the years, including there's a church or a cult or of some sort there now that worships at the mounds every so often.
How did they even get there?
How did who get where?
The Chester Mounds. And why are they named after him?
They were supposedly built by the Adena culture hundreds of years ago.
Well, why did they name them after? Is Chester's the name of the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
But I don't have any definite connections between those and this guy that we're investigating.
There's a blurb that he was that. So that's how you find this article, is that apparently the famous Arthur Hunt was even wanted there, attempting to dig up gold or something like that in the mounds as a teenager.
Oh, so that's where he was arrested. So that's where he found an artifact that made him super smart instead of a teenage ne'er-do-well. Gotcha. Interesting.
Okay, so that's what you find out on the way. I assume you guys contact Holt, and he tells you that he's already booked the finest rooms at the Holiday Inn Express.
All right. I tell Bruce Spiner over there. Yeah, I said that wrong on purpose. My theory about Arthur Hunt's intelligence altering trip to the Chester Mounds.
Yeah.
So
What do
we
you
might-
recommend for? Want to check the mounds first?
Yeah, I mean, unless we come up with something else that's better. In which case, whatever. What have I got to lose except for the little bit of sanity that I'm tenuously grasping to?
The only thing I can think of is go to the museum and see if we have an eccentric researcher there who wants to share a bit more information.
Oh, no doubt. There's always one of those. I'll be right back.
And I asked them if they remember anything about the Ohio River killer in the news.
All right, we'll say by the time at this point you guys are all together, so you guys all get together and has anybody even asked Spiner like what the crap you're supposed to be doing here?
Not yet.
All right.
I was going to ask on the way is to check back in with the command source and request additional mission parameters.
So you're gonna do that, you said?
Yeah, I'm checking in, requesting additional mission parameters.
So that's what you type.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have arrived on site, arrived in the town, and request some additional information regarding mission.
Okay. You get a response back that says, verify no vector infestation in town.
Okay. So basically, if there's anything here to look into. Okay.
All right. And then you get another one that says possible Innsmouth situation.
Innsmouth?
Yeah. You guys have all been read into Delta Green, so you know there was an entire town of people who either were vectors or have been infected by vectors, and the entire town had to be annihilated. That was back in like the 1920s.
Okay.
It's up to you if your characters believed that to be a real thing or not, or just thought it was like a cautionary tale kind of thing, you know, when you read it.
Okay. Holt probably just thought they were trying to scare me.
That's fair.
I'm on the reload, guys.
I'm sorry, Brendan, it cut out on me when you were saying that.
Did we lose him?
I'm not sure. I think I might be able to see part of his shoulder. Nope, we lost him.
Great. He was our connection.
He's going.
He had our orders.
That's right. Yeah, he was standing right in front of you about to talk, and all of a sudden, like, he just glitched out. There was a couple of flickers of light. Probably a good sign. You should cut bait and leave town. Matt said right back, so I guess we'll give him a minute. Let's see if Bogus can reboot his internet. Almost my nap time anyway.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, do I still have the PDF rulebook for this?
You should have it.
Well, I know you sent it to me, but I've gotten a new laptop within the last year.
I could send you a fresh link to it if you need to do. It's the Delta Green H.
Yeah, I've got lots of D&D stuff. I'm not seeing the Delta Green book. Let me do a quick spotlight check. Oh, here we go. It's somewhere.
Here.
I got it.
Find it?
Yeah, I saved it in Evernote.
There you go. You can save PDF.
Which I don't use as much anymore because they suck. But at least all my files are still there. Yeah, you can put a lot of things in Evernote. It's just, I don't know, they keep adding features that no one asked for and taking away ones that people use and then upping their subscription costs. So I have migrated away from them.
Yeah, don't blame you. At all.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm pulling all of this out of Evernote now.
Man, it's getting really close to Christmas time. I'm still thinking about getting that airbrush set up for Christmas for myself.
That'd be nice. My next few purchases are, I gotta buy the updated rule books for the Lord of the Rings mini game. They just updated to a new edition, so I gotta get those. And I'm building my gaming table.
Nice.
So Tomb of Annihilation is getting closer and closer to being done. Are you enjoying that group?
Yeah, I had a really good time this last week.
I hoped everyone did. That was kind of a frustrating fight.
It was, but at the same time, it was really exciting. You know.
Yeah.
I wish Josh had voiced the throw the blanket over the beholder idea a lot sooner.
I was kind of surprised no one thought of it.
After he said it, I decided that too with it that he learned for himself.
Yeah.
Afterwards, that's why I picked up that spell.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is on that beholder, his invisibility, like there was no way to break it.
Yeah, that's the way. Unless you just cast Dispel Magic, that's how greater invisibility works too.
Well,
So like even.
And I mean, now that you defeated him, I can tell you, according to the handbook on that one, he was invisible because of a wish spell cast by
Oh wow!
Acererak.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So he's like super invisible.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna use greater invisibility as a healing spell from now on.
Yeah.
Because it gives even if something attacks the space where a guy is, they have disadvantage on hitting him.
Yep.
So I'll probably cast that on Mert all the time from now on.
Yeah, that poor Joker takes a lot of hits. Actually, Bane takes just as many as Mert. It's just all the damage that Bane takes is halved.
Yeah, exactly. So this way, all of the attacks against Mert will have disadvantage. So reduce the number. Then I can still heal people by turning them into a T-Rex when I have to.
That was awesome. Yeah,
Sorry,
that was the whole reason.
Yeah.
Hot toddy for my cough. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Brandon just got back.
Yeah.
I'm going to click on his face so that it gets big on my screen and I can see all the handsome up close. There it is.
I was just telling John about I'm the healer in the D&D game that he runs.
Mm-hmm.
And I started healing people by I polymorphed them into a T-Rex to give them an extra 137 hit points. And I also picked up greater invisibility so I can cast that on them so they don't get hit as much.
I was about to say, what happens when they go back from being a T-Rex? Don't they lose all those extra hit points?
Yep, they go back to whatever they were at.
Yeah. But that's the only way I kept his son alive in the fight this past Sunday. Turn him into a T-Rex.
That's hilarious. But what kind of skills do you maintain when you become a T-Rex?
Nothing. I mean, you lose all your intelligence. Can't cast spells. Can't use weapons. You're a T-Rex.
Yeah, but you have a plus 10 on your bite, and you do like 30 to 50%.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you do crazy amounts of damage every time you bite something, and you can restrain medium-sized and smaller creatures by biting them. It worked out.
Definitely cannot tie your own shoes.
No.
Yeah. You cannot. Or climb out of pits. You can just put your little arms up there. That's what I had to do.
Yeah. Did we lose? We lost Brandon again.
Yeah.
What's up with Brandon?
Well, maybe we're just gonna. I think we're gonna have to call it. It's already after 10, and his internet, the vaunted Chattanooga internet's not working.
All right, so let's call it there. When
Gig City, man, come on. What's up, Gig City?
When we do this next, we'll be I guess ready to rumble on the investigation.
We're gonna go jump on those mounds.
Well, let's just keep this on deck in case Jesse can't join us again.
Well, if Jesse does, I think we should finish this out. If Jesse joins us, we'll make him play somebody else.
Yeah, he can finally play the special ops guy.
Yeah, to heck with him.
There you go. The heck with him.
All right, everybody. Sorry, this was a mostly a setup entry, but I did mute most of my coughs, so you're welcome.
What are you apologizing for? They got to hang out with us.
Yeah, that's true. See, that man's got confidence.
I anticipated it going somewhat like this. That's why I numbered this session 0. So there you go.
That was smart. All right. Speaking of 0, Tennessee could go to a bowl game if they win their next 2 games.
Everybody.
Good night, everybody.